this, you know, friendship between me and Maurice have went back about 1979, you know, since was, you know, kid and amateur coming up, fight 2 amateurs together and 2 pro together. I couldn't even remember when we used to share the same bed as a pro, and he sleep his head down. I said, yeah, you know, and, you know, we used to do everything together.
At one time, these 2 fighters shared the same management and the same trainer. Even their rise to their respective titles was similar.
I think things were so similar because we was together. And you can't help but be similar if you're together coming up.
Brown lost to Marlon Starling in his first title attempt. He used that experience to win the IBF version of the championship. Blocker lost his first bid for a world championship against Lloyd Huntington. He too rebounded to win his crown, decisioning Marlon Starling. This victory was twice as nice for Maurice. He captured the WBC title and avenged his friend's defeat.
He's a great champion, and so am I. And this guy been wanting to unify the title for a long time, while I was still climbing the charts and still trying to do my thing to prove that I was a qualified champion. And he never had the opportunity to unify the title. And I think it's a pleasure and an honor, you know, to fight somebody with his status in the ring, and it's going to be a great fight.
Brown, 33 victories and only 1 defeat. Blocker, 32 victories and only 1 defeat. The IBF welterweight champion. The WBC welterweight champion. 2 men who will put their friendship aside for 12 rounds or less.
We have a fight plan, and I know Maurice got a fight plan. I mean, you know, since I've been a champ, we haven't been sparring at all since then. So I know that we are both have learned a lot, you know, since we both have been a champ and have been sparring together. So, you know, it's some things that we'll know now, even though we know each other real good, but it's still some things that we'll learn since we've been a champ that the other one may not know.
Neither one of us is going to take this personal. I mean, this is not a personal thing. This is a competitive sport. I think you got 2 great champions, and they're going to try their skills at each other. And we're just going to do our best on the 18th.
Harder for me to make the money that I want to make. You know, it's something I have to go against my best buddy to fight, you know, because the other guys didn't want to fight. You know, so I said, wow, you know. And it's something that run across my mind quite a few times. But I think I'm old enough to understand. And first of all, number one, I just leave it in God's hand. And hopefully that I will come out a champion still. And, you know, hopefully he will be not hurt. I should be able to go home with his family, you know. And I'm the same way. I'm not hurt. I'll be able to go home with my family. You know, I just leave it in God's hand, and he'll take it from there.
It is indeed a very unusual situation. Miracle breakdown. Brown at 26, a year younger than Blocker. A 3-inch height advantage for the thin man, as they call him, Blocker. The weight to almost even. Nearly a 5-inch reach advantage for Blocker. And the rules for this World Championship bout. The 10-point must system is in effect. 3 judges scoring the fight. No standing 8 counts. No 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. And a fighter cannot be saved by the bell except in the final round. Brown Blocker for the IBF WBC Unification Welterweight title. Up we go to ring announcer Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout coming your way is one of our featured events scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing as we present the IBF WBC World Welterweight Unification Championship. This bout is sanctioned by the International Boxing Federation, the President, Robert Lee, Supervisor, Walter Stone, along with the World Boxing Council President, Jose Sulaiman, and the Supervisor, Spider Bynum. Introducing the officials as appointed. Judging at ringside, we have Frank Brunette, Patricia Jarman, Lou Filippo. And the referee in charge of this bout Mills Lane. Fight fans, here we go. 12-round World Welterweight Unification Championship. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the ring wearing white trunks and hailing from our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. His weight this evening was a ready 146 pounds, with a fine record of 32 wins, only 1 loss, with 18 wins by way of knockout. He is the WBC welterweight champion of the world, known as the Thin Man, Maurice Blocker. And his opponent across the ring. On my left, fighting out of the red corner in this 12-round championship bout. He is wearing black trunks, and he is fighting out of Germantown, Maryland. His weight this evening, 147 pounds. His outstanding record, 33 wins, only 1 loss, with 25 big wins by way of knockout. He is the IBF welterweight champion of the world, Simon Brown. Once again, here's your referee in charge, Mills Lane.
Anyone? Anyone? All right, come here. All right, now we've already gone through the instruction in the dressing room 1 time. You've had to protect yourself at all times. Any questions over here? Any questions over here? Let's get it on. Come on.
Here we go, round 1, scheduled for 12. The unification title. Oh, a wild left there by Simon Brown to get things going.
But not before he got clocked by Blocker. Blocker landed a nice hook. Simon's trying to come back with something of his own. I tell you what, both those punches had a lot of steam, Simon's and Blocker's.
Simon Brown in the black trunks, Maurice Blocker in the white trunks. Best friends since 16 years of age. 5 years ago, they said they would never fight each other. 5 years have passed. Now they have temporarily put their friendship aside. Both come from the same boxing stable. They had the same manager, the same trainer, the same promoter until recently. They were at each other's weddings. They've gone out on family outings together. And they've done just about everything together. And they say we never thought we'd actually fight each other.
Well, now they're fighting together. And right now it's Simon stalking and Blocker fighting in as a counter puncher, letting Simon Brown come on with hooks. Right now, neither one of them using a jab effectively. They're trying to load up on punches. They've got to relax a little bit and get into their fighting plan.
Brown in the black trunks asks himself, what am I doing this for? Why am I fighting my best friend? Well, money might be one of the reasons.
I think that may be the only reason.
A lot of chatter from the corners. The Thin Man, Maurice Blocker in the white, is the WBC welterweight champ. Simon Brown of the black trunks, the IBF champ. Brown's nickname is Montequilla. His last fight, a first-round knockout of Ozzie O'Neill, December 8th. And Maurice Blocker's last fight, a decision over Marlon Starling in August of 1990 for the WBC title. This is his first fight since winning the title. And ironically, Bertie, that victory by Blocker avenged the loss of his pal, Simon Brown, who is fighting tonight. Because the Brown lost to Starling.
Mills Lane right in control of the fight from the opening bell, so don't grab him behind the head. Right now, the jab of Blocker is doing a job on Simon. Simon keeps coming on. Simon Brown coming on, but the jab and the hooks of Blocker are landing much more effectively.
Simon Brown, a quick and powerful, natural welterweight, has not received the publicity of a Meldrick Taylor, for example, or a Hector Camacho, Greg Hargan, or Bruno Whitaker. But he is ballyhooed in the world of boxing as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters.
Many people say if it wasn't for Chavez, he would be considered the best. That's a load of praise. Let's see what tonight brings.
Brown's only defeat, a split decision to Marlon Starling. As the first round comes to an end.
What are you doing? Give me like some more. What are you doing? I got it. What are you doing? Yo. What are you doing? Come on, baby. Play with him. Come on, no.
This is the voice of Emil Griffin,
No.
welter and middleweight champion. He's disgusted with Simon Brown. Let's listen.
Chest or his belly. Okay? Slip and slide and move the jab at his chest or his belly. When you do this, punch. Don't do this and don't punch. That left hand popping.